Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and we're over here at the Maze Bank offices today, ladies and gentlemen, to go and purchase one of Rockstar's latest releases, don't you know? So we're gonna head on inside and see what's going on then, okay, and here we are going on in. Okay, now before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, I must warn you, don't speak to my secretary. She absolutely refuses to wear a mask, you know. I'm not talking about any transmittable disease. I'm talking about an animal mask. Wear a mask, you stupid bitch. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, yeah, so we're here today, ladies and gentlemen, to have a look at the Vapid Dominator something. GTTs or ET, I don't know, we're about to find out. Now, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, we did make this video previously, Mr. Raccoon and myself. Unfortunately, I accidentally went ahead and deleted the footage, so we've got to do it again. Okay, so what is it? It's the GTT is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Vapid Dominator GTT. Starting hell, it's on sale, right? Okay, retailing for $915,000, although that may well be the trade price. Now I own it, ladies and gentlemen, you know. There may be a second higher price, unfortunately, on that. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and get there in the Vapid FMJ, don't you know? It's a rather expensive car, top end Vapid, and absolutely appalling around the track, but a very stylish car, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree. Sort of very nice to look at, and not too bad to drive around the streets, just thoroughly disappointing when you go up against other cars. Anyway, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have already purchased and done a video on the Vapid Dominator GTT. I went ahead and deleted it, so unfortunately it won't be the bog standard version. It will already be upgraded, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are. Okay then, so what do we think, ladies and gentlemen? Well, like I said, this is the upgraded version, as you can clearly see, ladies and gentlemen. It's got livers and a spoiler on and all sorts. Well, I could have taken them off, but it simply didn't have time just to get the video out. You know, what do we think? What is it? Old-fashioned sort of muscle car, isn't it? American-style 70s muscle car. I'm not entirely certain. I'm not an expert in these things, but that's what it looks like to me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're going to give it a quick once around, then we're going to take it out onto the street. Now, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, ordinarily, you know, we would be testing the unmodified version. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that on this particular video, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking out on the street. We're going to see how she handles. So, like I said, it's a sort of muscle car, ladies and gentlemen. A 1970s American muscle car, it looks to me. It's got that sort of the sort of classic look that you'd expect of that era. Okay, handling, ladies and gentlemen, exactly what you would expect as well. Heavy and wallowy, you know, sort of heavy as hell, really, and very, very wallowy. Okay, top speed, ladies and gentlemen, it should have something under the hood, at least if it's a muscle car. And there we go, we got a bit of air off there, and we'll check out the second hill then. Okay, make it down to the bottom, so there we go, not too bad. We're going to try and put it around the corner, and okay, actually, again, not too bad, really, ladies and gentlemen, for a muscle car. I mean, we went absolutely, a wide arcing circle. We're going to check out the stability, ladies and gentlemen, and it's absolutely shocking, as you may well expect. Okay, so we're getting all the sort of results that we'd expect from a muscle car, quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen. Sort of sluggish acceleration, poor handling, very good top speed, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, it is okay. Video, unfortunately, cutting all over the place there, but we do sort of manage to get round. Okay, and slidey. Right, okay, and we're going back round to the Maze Bank offices. Now, like I said, this video was already previously recorded, therefore this vehicle has been upgraded. We're going to take it on to the Maze Bank offices anyway, ladies and gentlemen. I'd give you a chance to have a look at the different prices of the model and the different sort of range of modifications that can be affected to this vehicle. Now, as always, of course, we shall be going through this particular section of the video at double speed, just in order to hurry things along somewhat, you know. But as I say, still provide you, the viewer, with the opportunity of having a look at the different modifications, both performance and aesthetic, ladies and gentlemen, that can be applied to this vehicle, should you then choose to go ahead and purchase it, you know. And I suppose that really is the main thrust of this video, the main question to be answered, isn't it, you know? But while we're in the auto shop, as we pointed out, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are rather a lot of options that you can apply to this particular vehicle. We're going to the engine bay there and all sorts of tinkling and whatnot. Okay, so yes, the unupgraded vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, which unfortunately we did not get the chance to see on this particular video, as I said, because of my sort of happy deleting there, sort of itchy trigger finger deleting away videos I shouldn't be. It's very similar, ladies and gentlemen, only worse, of course. The acceleration is, of course, a little less than it is already. The handling's a little bit more wayward. The top end speed's not as good, and the stability and braking are even worse, you know. Okay, sort of what one would expect, really, for your standard muscle car, you know. And it also, perhaps pointed out, ladies and gentlemen, it does not appear to be, I mean, I could be wrong, as I say, ladies and gentlemen, I am no expert in any type of car, let alone, least of all, I should say, the American muscle cars. This may well be a new version with a slightly retro style, for all I am aware, that may be on the market currently. It looks to me, like I say, as a 1970s sort of style car. And as a result, ladies and gentlemen, you know, its performance, effectively, it falls into a sort of classic type genre band there, and so it's not going to perform as well as the modern day vehicles, you know, ladies and gentlemen. That simply is this is the simple truth of it. Okay, so yes, as a muscle car, it's already lacking to start with in terms of you know, performance and handling and whatnot, and it's also a classic era, it seems to be, and so that should give you an idea what sort of vehicle it is. Okay, so here we are on the street, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, we did have Mr. Raccoon with us. Unfortunately, we've deleted that video, so we've got to go alone, which really is a rotten shame. And okay, acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, really not too bad. We did sort of go flying up that hill, ladies and gentlemen, and top end speed, you can see it really is rather shifting, isn't it? Okay, so that's not too bad, I'm sure you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen. Handling, it is a little bit, it did sort of go wide at the top corner there, but we'll have a look at this hard right, ladies and gentlemen, as we come round now, and we're going to try and get round. Okay, pretty much as you would expect from a muscle car, ladies and gentlemen, sort of very heavy, it did sort of slide round there. Okay, we'll have a look at acceleration one more time. It is shed right. Okay, starting hell, oh bloody hell, right? Okay, acceleration one more time then, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it's quite improved. Well, it's also improved from how it was before, ladies and gentlemen, because it was upgraded all along. But yes, along the flat, ladies and gentlemen, it's been upgraded, not too bad. Hard left corner, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting around there in perfectly good order. Okay, so we do sort of take it all in one sort of corner though, doesn't it, really? Yes, the two corners there, but okay, not too bad. Pretty much a standard fare, what you'd expect from a muscle car, ladies and gentlemen, just a lot faster, right? Okay, and you can take that, you sodding swine, and get back up, you absolute bastard, wrong, right? And you can take that absolute swine. You have no idea why they accosted me. Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are outside the LS street meet, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you can bring your vehicles, the latest vehicles to be released, down to the LS street meet, ladies and gentlemen. And if you choose, you can go and have the low grip tires. Now, this is something we're going to be probably cutting from upcoming videos, ladies and gentlemen, because it really is quite pointless, as you shall doubtlessly see. You can go down to the lowered suspension, ladies and gentlemen. You can go to tire enhancements and whatnot, and wheels and tire enhancements, and put on low grip tires. And what that normally does, ladies and gentlemen, is makes the car a lot faster. You know, it gives it slow acceleration, but much faster than its normal counterpart. On most occasions, ladies and gentlemen, as it turns out, we've been finding that with all of the other cars, but it turns out that the GTT, ladies and gentlemen, the Vapid Dominator, once given the low grip tires, I mean, it does increase the speed, ladies and gentlemen, but the acceleration is so poor there that it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. Okay, so a thorough waste of time, ladies and gentlemen. There's no point in putting the low grip tires, it would seem, on the GTT, ladies and gentlemen. Like we say, we are looking at it here. We have got the tires the standard tires on Mr. Raccoon's there, you know. We've got the low grip tires on mine. These are both the identical cars, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, yes, the lack of acceleration there really does mean that by the time we get up to our top speed and catch them at the end there, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, there's pretty much nothing to it. And when we try to turn, yes, that's the whole point. You can't, you absolutely slide off, don't you? Okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We've brought it onto the top speed test track, and we're now going to put it down and see what it can get. Okay, so this is the Vapid Dominator GTT, ladies and gentlemen. Just to give you an indication, what we consider to be a competitive time is about 53-54 seconds. That's what the guessing Zentorno can do it here. So we're going to have a look now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the Vapid Dominator GTT can do. Okay, and crossing the line, so let's see what we're getting. 58.693, ladies and gentlemen. So we are not competitive, really, but it is an antiquated muscle car, ladies and gentlemen, so one wouldn't really expect that. Okay, we brought it on up to standing shorts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see how it handles itself. The first car we're bringing out is the just the Vapid Dominator GT, I believe it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is one of the more modern Dominators. It is rather fast, a very enjoyable car to drive. One of Mr. Raccoon's preferred cars. I do believe he may scold me and correct me on that, but I do believe he quite likes it. I'm not so pushed myself. As it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, you may expect the more modern Vapid Dominator to dominate, you could to say. But as it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, no, it does turn out that this Vapid GTT, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take it down to the line. How about that? It does seem to have won, and that really is rather interesting. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The old beats the new. The next vehicle we're bringing out is another Vapid, and it's the Coyote Gasser. Don't you know, ladies and gentlemen? It is a sort of drag-style car there, ladies and gentlemen. And it has got tremendous acceleration, and there we go, storming off into the distance, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, the downside with the Coyote Gasser, ladies and gentlemen, it's got absolutely awful handling. There we go. As you can see, it's having a hell of a time, ladies and gentlemen, getting on that corner, and in fact, even staying on the road. So yes, and that's going to cost it rather a lot of time at the corner there, ladies and gentlemen. And the Vapid Dominator GTT is going to beat it down to the line. Now, it doesn't always go this way, ladies and gentlemen. We have found that the Vapid Coyote Gasser can beat it, but it can also sort of very often go that way. Okay, so the next vehicle we're bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing out rather a few because there's a muscle car. Decided to go muscle car crazy. This is the Vapid Gauntlet Classic, don't you know? There are a number of Vapid Gauntlets, Vapid, what am I saying? The Bravado, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bravado Gauntlet Classic. There are a number of gauntlets on the game. The Hellfire, standard what's on the red wood and all that sort of business, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Classic, ladies and gentlemen. You can see, yes, it's languishing far, far behind us at the end of the straight there, ladies and gentlemen. And there is no question whatsoever on this occasion. Yes, the Vapid Dominator GTT can take down the Bravado Gauntlet Classic. So that leads us on to the next question, ladies and gentlemen, is can it take down the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, or the Hellcat, or whatever the hell it's called? Okay, so this is the Bravado Hellfire, ladies and gentlemen. It's another muscle car, you know, and we're going to put it up against the Vapid Dominator GTT, and as you could already see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, the Hellfire is flying off into the distance there. Okay, we're going to try to get around the corner in good order there. We have sort of done it. We've caught up with him, haven't we? There we go. Haven't even got in front of him, ladies and gentlemen, but no. The Hellfire, ladies and gentlemen, is a far, far more powerful car. It's got a lot more under the hood, and that's going to carry it down to the line, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire takes down the Vapid GTT. So the next vehicle we're bringing out is a rather beautiful vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Imponte Nightshade, don't you know? Now, it's not particularly well-performing car, to be perfectly frank with you, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very beautiful car. I do believe it's a muscle car, so we brought it out on this occasion. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be able to put up a fight whatsoever, so I'll take this opportunity to point out all of the other vehicles are being driven by Mr. Raccoon. His name is the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. It is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, be sure to go and find it when you do that. It's got some other good videos on there. Okay, so the Bravado, the Vapid Dominator GTT takes down the whatever the hell that was, the Imponte Nightshade. Okay, so we're now bringing out the Lamborghini Viserys, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe this is a muscle car. It certainly looks like one. If it's not, you know, it's a very old one as well, I do believe. And as you can see, we really did not expect this. You know, we perfectly frank, ladies and gentlemen, we expected the Vapid Dominator, the GTT to take it down, but no, it just looks like the Lamborghini Viserys. It's quite clearly, ladies and gentlemen, and there's no mistake about it. I'm sure you'll agree. Yes, it's going to absolutely beat the pants off the Dominator there. Okay, so rather surprising, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen. It certainly caught us by surprise, but the Viserys there putting up rather an interesting fight, rather a strong fight. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, so we're going to bring it on now, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to wrap things up, and we're bringing out what Mr. Raccoon likes to refer to as Big Daddy Z, and I cannot blame him one little bit, ladies and gentlemen. It is, of course, the Pegassi Zentorno, one of the finest cars on GTA Online for the money as far as we are concerned. And both Mr. Raccoon and myself would highly recommend the Pegassi Zentorno to any individual who hasn't is not currently in possession of one. I myself have recently decided, along with Mr. Raccoon, we're going to go absolutely Zentorno crazy and just start buying them like mad whenever they come up on special offer, because they're so damn good, you know. Okay, either way, the Zentorno beats it, ladies and gentlemen. That means there's only one more question left to ask, and that question is the Grotti Italia RSX. And of course the answer is going to be yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to beat the hell off the Vapid there, so isn't it? Yes, no question. The Grotti Italia RSX, what we uphold on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, to be the finest car on GTA Online for the time being. You know, it's not going to be a toss-up between that and the Krieger, you could argue, or throw the GTO into the mix there. We like them all, to be quite frank with you. But the most consistent results we get, ladies and gentlemen, are with the RSX, the Grotti Italia RSX. It's absolutely phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen, like I say, it's going to absolutely destroy, murder, and obliterate the Vapid Dominator GTT, as we may well expect. Okay, and that's it, pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it? Now we're going to bring it on down to the end and do the wrap-up. So what do we think, ladies and gentlemen? Well, both Mr. Raccoon and I have similar opinions. It's a very, very fast muscle car, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly what you'd expect in terms of handling. Where Mr. Raccoon and I differ is I really don't think it is worth it. And of course, put the gun away, Mr. Raccoon. Put the gun away. Sorting hell, bloody Raccoon. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.